Hello, my name is Amy. I'm a senior manager at DTN, a leading energy provider, which was established in the UK in 1985, and I was one of the first women that joined the firm in the 80s. At that time, men occupied the majority of managerial positions, and the paradigm of managerialism was very much apparent in the corporate culture. Monetary aspects such as profit maximization were highly emphasized within the organization. I consider myself lucky to have experienced firsthand what DTN has done in order to change its operations and its accompanying standards, which range from talent acquisition processes to its CSR engagement. Throughout history, women have constantly faced serious problems of discrimination and harassment within organizational settings. The latter, for obvious reasons, led to lowered chances to climb the ladder within firms. A higher turnover for women could be observed, naturally decreasing the chances to climb the corporate ladder, a clear, vicious circle. If all of this was not enough, women would also earn a mere fraction of what their male counterparts would. To tackle this problem, DTN invested a large amount of resources dedicated to educating its employees on gender equality. During the entire educational process and throughout the daily operations, our managers lead as role models, guiding and mentoring our employees on what we believe is a fair and equal business environment. Working ethics is truly in the core of our organizational culture, and this is being implemented throughout our code of conduct. It was not easy to get here, but nowadays we have more female executives and we have implemented internal transparency regulations regarding wages and bonuses that men and women can receive. One of the initiatives that DTN introduced in order to get where we are today is a gender quota, which was accompanied by stricter regulations and consequences for any type of harassment on the work floor. What we have been observing in recent years is that investing in ethicalization has yielded impressive results in organizational commitment and improved service quality at DTN. Allow me to introduce you to Mark. He is an HR executive manager here at DTN, and he has been one of the key people who have implemented the HR changes that we have been seeing throughout the years.
Thanks, Amy. Yes, once upon a time, we used to be a strong competitor in the war for talent. We aim to solely hire graduates from top-tier universities. Accompanying these recruitment statistics, we also had a large percentage of male executives in our workforce. History has taught us that partaking in this war for talent can have detrimental effects on the firm, namely, falling for the well-known fallacy of professional management, which states that any properly educated manager can manage anything. However, we have come to find that management is not a science, it is a practice, which is enhanced through experience and not necessarily education from top-tier universities. I can proudly mention that DTN has been ranked in the top 20 equal opportunity employers for 10 years running. Achieving this award and the accompanying recognition has not been an easy road to travel. It was important for us to create a fair and fact-oriented selection and recruitment procedure, within which the emphasis is not only on one's educational or professional background, but also on the social and personal background. This way, we are able to see if people truly align with our company philosophy and that their postures can truly fortify the culture. As Amy has undoubtedly touched upon in respect to gender equality, we continuously work on the grand challenge of expanding and exporting diversity. As can be seen, here at DTN we believe our people are extremely important to us, as we know that nothing is possible without our human capital. Thus, today we have quite a diverse workforce and we manage to incorporate respect at the core of the company culture. We have created an enabling and empowering working environment within which different cultural backgrounds come together and attempt to contribute towards the achievement of mutual goals. Ultimately, another grand challenge that we have been tackling through this diverse workforce is the topic of decision making, where our exploitation of collective wisdom is expanded through our diverse workforce.
That's interesting indeed. Mark, could you tell me, how did you get this collective wisdom to be shared amongst your people?
Well, we realized that ideas have to flow between people and hierarchical levels. Thus, an important change that was made was on the front of our voice climate and the exchange of feedback. Traditionally, we had adhered to the well-known anonymous feedback system throughout the firm. However, this had proven to be inefficient due to its capacity to still create fear in our employees. Naturally, to grow as a firm and to foster creativity, psychological safety is key. Thus, we decided to turn the anonymous feedback system upside down by inviting our employees to regular local platforms, where management strongly encourages them to speak up in a casual setting, where trust and transparency reign. This suits a culture that we adhere to, and the open voice behavior has improved performance considerably. I hope this information has helped you to get an insight into our Part of 5 firm. I have to go to a meeting now. We will be discussing the HR goals for this quartile. See you later, Amy.
Thank you, Mark, for sharing your experiences. As you can see, managing is clearly about synthesizing different roles into a dynamic balance between controlling, communicating, doing, dealing, leading, linking, deciding, and much more. All of these terms can be influenced due to certain contexts, such as the job, organizational, and external ones. It is foreseeable that all of these roles and the combination of them can be confusing. However, one can categorically divide them into 3 planes: people, action, and information. Another unmissable responsibility of our employees is taking a step back and reflecting on themselves, as we firmly believe that in order to excel in our industry, we must learn from what we have done. Another person that I'm very happy to work with and who I would like to introduce you to is Adam. He currently works in the CSR department at DTN. Hi, Adam.
Hey, Amy.
Could you perhaps share some insights into our CSR practices and how this has changed throughout the years to become an essential part of our operations?
Sure thing. There's a lot to tell you. In the very beginning of our company's history, our business activities were focused on profit maximization and market penetration. Not much attention was really given to societal and environmental challenges. It was only until the turn of the millennium or so when awareness on the impact of corporate practices on the society and the environment increased that we re-established our vision, steps towards which were taken through our first initiatives in corporate social responsibility. CSR is established as actions that appear to further some social good beyond the interest of the firm and that which is required by law. In order to stress the importance that CSR has in DTN, we appointed a dedicated CSR director who created an accompanying department. This department formation has highlighted our revised value propositions, which would then focus on all 3 of the P's: the profit, the planet, and the people. Naturally, this shift in our purpose did not come without hurdles and lessons. Although an inspirational CSR engagement strategy was established, the cost of controlling and coordinating this kind of company-wide and decentralized activity was high. We came to the realization that solely complying with regulations and initiating incremental contributions to the society for the sake of reporting was insufficient, as we were merely talking and not walking. No, we had to walk the talk, and so it had to truly become embedded in our core business, shifting from CSR to corporate shared values.
All right. And in what additional ways do we work on our CSR goals? How about you share some information about our corporate volunteering programs?
Yeah, volunteering is one of the aspects that has a big importance in the corporate shared values at DTN, as societal concerns have always been close to our hearts, and we aspire to be of importance to addressing broader social needs. Apart from working on the movement towards renewable energy, we have an active company-driven practice of volunteering amongst our employees. Each year, we set aside a budget for various charities and corporate volunteering programs that we would like to focus on.
It really is a great initiative. How does it affect the employees of DTN?
Well, we have noticed that volunteering amongst the employees has had extremely positive effects. A beautiful and even stronger sense of pride has emerged in our employees. They have voiced that their volunteering experiences have given them perspective and awareness for other, potentially less fortunate people in the community. This has led to a stronger identification and commitment with the organization, which ultimately brings with it a heightened enthusiasm to come to work every day.
Thank you, Adam. As you can see, management is an ever-changing practice, one which is not rigid nor perfect. Not managers are perfect, but matches are effective. With this, I would like to invite you to come and work for